Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something that all of you need to know. Something that most of you know how to do, given that majority of this room is in college. But I'm going to talk about the art of making a grilled cheese. And it takes experience and focus. I don't have the experience behind the stove. I have made a few mean sandwiches beforehand. So first I'm going to talk about what utensils and ingredients you need. I'm going to talk about how to make the sandwich and what my favorite sandwich is. So, to begin, we have our ingredients and utensils. We have the stove, which is first. Now, the stove, I know, is not a grill. You want the grill is grilled cheese is just a type of wording for the title. You want that crisp, smooth flavoring from the fry of the pan, and you use the stove for that because you don't want to grill. Then, as long as it works, then it's good to go. Three more utensils you need are the pan. First of all, you want it to be non-stick coating on the inside, so then the bread will not stick. And as long as it has most of the non-stick coating still on it, you're good to go. And try to make sure it has a good handle. Then the spatula, you want it to probably be plastic, because then you won't scrape the non-stick coating from the pan, and it'll develop a quicker flip, so you don't melt the spatula. One of the more important tools is the butter knife. Use it to butter the bread. But if you are having trouble with coordination issues opening any of the food containments, then you can use that to open it. But if you don't, that's great, you know. So then we have the butter. Butter can be substituted for margarine if you want, or any organic butter substance. We have bread. You can have white, wheat, any kind of whole grain, whole wheat, doesn't matter. You have cheese. Most people use the American slice because it's one serving and it's already prepackaged, but any cheese you want works too. So now let's get started to put the sandwich together. So we start with the oven, and we want to turn it to 1/3 of the maximum heat on the dial, so you can turn it left to 1/3, and you put the pan on the heat to warm up. Now while that's going, you have time to take a butter knife and scoop up some butter and butter some of the bread. Now when you do this, you want 2 pieces of bread, and you take the cheese and you put it on the inside of the 2 pieces of bread. The outside is the buttered side. One side is buttered, the outside, the other side is not. The butter is to make a crisp on the outside, the grilled cheese part, and then it won't stick to the pan also. Helps with the non-stick coating. So your sandwich is ready to go onto the pan, and the pan is about ready for temperature-wise, heated up. So you put the sandwich onto the pan. Try not to touch it because it's hot, and then it'll take a few minutes to cook. Now you'll get better as you go through making more sandwiches, and it may take several attempts, but as you go, you'll get a better feeling of how long it'll take for you to make a good sandwich, and that comes with experience. But until then, you just keep checking underneath the cooked side of the sandwich quickly, so not to melt the spatula. And if it's dark yellow or light brown, it's ready to go. If it's white or any lighter, then it's not done. Leave it on there for a few more. If it's black, flip it over quickly because it's past ready. So you take the spatula and you get it underneath and you flip it over to cook the other side. Then you do the same process. Now, then you should have an idea of what the sandwich is beginning to look like. When the other side is done, when you check it and keep looking, then you take it off the heat onto one of the other parts of the stove and let it cool, and it's ready to go. Now, my favorite kind of grilled cheese comes with the filling. The filling is different. I start with 1 cup of shredded cheese. Half a stick of cream cheese, and a dash of garlic salt. You mix that together, and it can make enough grilled cheeses. So to start with, you bring out the ingredients the same, and you turn on the oven to the same heat, and you put the pan on. Then you have to take the filling, and you have to spread it 1/4 of an inch on the bread, and you put the bread together and then butter the outside. Then you cook it normally when the heat is ready. That's all it is. It's a little different, but I like it. So today you learned what utensils you need and the ingredients. You learned how to make the grilled cheese sandwich, and you learned my favorite kind of method of making it. So next time you guys are sitting at home or in your dorms and you're kind of hungry but you don't think there's anything in the fridge, you can just whip up a grilled cheese sandwich in just minutes.